As soon as the news broke of Senator McCain's diagnosis, our next guest, who was meeting with Republicans about health care, led that group in prayer. Senator James Lankford, a Republican from Oklahoma, joins us now. Welcome to the program, Senator.
Thank you. Glad to be with you again.
Let's begin with the news of Republican Senator John McCain of Arizona, who has been diagnosed with brain cancer. You know and work with him very closely. How has this affected the Senate and you personally?
It was a shock to our system. There were many of us that were last night, late night, working through on a healthcare conversation in a closed-door meeting, trying to be able to hammer through some policy issues when all of our phones lit up with the news. We stopped and had prayer for John and his family immediately, but it was like hitting us all in the face with a board. Just that shocking moment of thinking, what just happened, not only to John McCain and for his family, but to the Senate as well.
Well, I know
he has been around the Senate for a very long time.
I know I hate to move on immediately to legislative affairs, but what will his absence mean?
Well, he is the 50th vote in all likelihood on health care, so his vote will be exceptionally important. There are two members that have already said there's no way they can vote for any health care proposal that's out on the table of either direction. So we're down to the 50 that are here that are all be required, him being one of those. And so legislatively, his vote is obviously exceptionally important. We're also currently debating what's called the National Defense Authorization. He is the chairman of the Senate Armed Services Committee. That is a major bill that we do every single year that we were literally within a week of actually bringing that up. So it's very significant on armed forces, and it's very significant actually on health care.
You met with the president yesterday and with Leader Mitch McConnell this morning. Do you feel confident Republicans can send a repeal bill to the president to sign?
I do feel confident we can do it. I do not feel confident it can happen in the next week. There are a few details that are still getting worked out, but everybody is trying to work towards getting the final solution here to make sure that it is correct. And that's our best possible option, not only to take care of people that are in poverty, that have the greatest need, but to also provide reduced rates for everyone that is actually buying on the open market as well. So those become two major issues to make sure that we're balancing.
Sure. It is seeming to the outside person that this is impossible, that all of you can't sit down together and get something to happen. What is it going to take?
Well, actually, we're doing that all for about 3 hours last night with about 20 members that gathered around a table trying to hash through those kind of details. As everyone knows, this is exceptionally technical work to be able to work through it. Everything that you make a change makes a change somewhere else. We're working to actually try to get to that agreement. We'll have a vote to try to move to get onto the bill next week, which hopefully will get onto the bill in a formal debate, be able to put in a formal legislative structure, and to be able to move. But everyone wants to be able to get this finally resolved, but everyone also knows it's extremely important to every American.
It is. Senator James Lankford, Republican from Oklahoma, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Glad to be with you.